Hi there, prospective Mustang purchasers. Okay, as promised, I'm going to do a cold start video right now on the car. So here she is. Let's turn it around. There we go. So we'll walk up to it. And now it's going to open the bonnet with one hand. It's going to be interesting. So I'll just pull, and she pops. There we are. So I guess the easiest way to prove that it's cold is obviously that's the exhaust manifold, which if running at all would be scalding hot. Okay, so if I, as stated I think in the auction, the auto choke doesn't auto choke, which isn't a problem obviously once it's running. Just to get it going, what I always do is just pop that off. So you can see down into the carb. Okay, then I open up the carb. Now I'm going to do this with two hands, and then just flip the butterfly over. So you can now see that's over. Prime it. Okay. So next thing we do is pop him back on. Pop all that back round. Sorry this is very, very dull, but obviously I want to show that it's a strong engine. Now, whilst I'm under here as well, I just want to point out one of the areas which I was going to attack. You can see here there's corrosion to where the strut braces effectively attach to the bulkhead. It wasn't MOT failure, but it's one of the first jobs I do. The bonnet was obviously of a red car. I don't know if the whole car was red at some point, but just some sound deadening and some anti-rusting. There's no corrosion per se. Well, there's a little bit in the corner there actually saying that. If you'll focus, there we go. But it's certainly a stable bonnet. Okay, right, let's give it a close. As well, the lock is not the happiest, so I'll keep it quiet because the neighbours, but there we are, we're in. Alright, it's got a steering lock, which I'm going to keep because I'm not being daft with out cars. I want to leave on the road, it's best if I keep him. So. Okay, so cool little features are things like the 6-ball gear shifter, because obviously it's a straight 6 and it's green and white like the car. As stated as well, there's seams coming apart on the seats sadly, but the rest of the seats you'll see are very, very good, as are the door cards. The glove box door is there, but there is no innards at the moment. That's in the boot. Let's let that focus if it will. There we are. So I'll close that up, but here's the important bit. Will she start? So I leave my keys back out of the lock. There we are. So here we go. Not being daft, as you probably taught when you learn to drive, I always drop the clutch. Make sure it's out of gear. And here we go. Moment of truth. So we see there your oil and alternator lights, and so you can see, you can hear it idling. A few revs, alternator light goes off. Now that's all I'll need to do. Oh, it's always the way when you're trying to show someone, isn't it? Good. Cool. So into neutral, and you can see where someone's cut the radio about. I've put just a radio that's got a Mustang logo in front of it, but how should I put it? It's not pretty. That you can buy the repair panels to put into there. The fuel gauge sadly does not work, but thankfully the temperature gauge does. Horn works, which is good, and let me get out and show you around the car. So as again stated, the door is dropped. You can see I can physically, I don't know if I can hold that steady, lift the door, but it will shut, of course, but it just sometimes takes a couple of tries to get it right. Wait for this to auto-focus again. Okay, so as you can hear, it's not big growly V8, but it has got a nice tone to it being a straight 6. Note, there's not horrible amounts of blue smoke coming out the back, just nice. Obviously, I guess that shows that it's the first start of the day. Nice white smoke chuffing out there. Make our way around the car. These are the two bits of real, that's lacquer that's come away, so you can see I can squeeze that, and in fact I can sort of rub it and little bits will come away, and where the paint's come away. Now this is aluminium and this is steel, but you can see I've kept on top of it to stop the rust setting in. The paint has also sadly lifted from this C-pillar, but an easy repair, a known issue that when these get repaired in here, and you can sort of see where it has been repaired at some point in its life, people don't do the best job of repainting it, and as a result, as you can see, definitely on this car it's lifted. And again, this is the lacquer, the worst bit, where you can see from the roof line where it's pure paint and here to where it's lacquered. So I've machine polished it to do the best I can, but that's the best I could do. Okay, so I guess I'll slowly move around the car so you can see. In fact, I'll show you inside on the other side as well. Corrosion on the gutter rails here, as you can see, and where, oh, this side is fine, but on the other side I think it's starting to rust a little bit. We'll go over and have a look. There we are. Oh, and as mentioned as well, this is where the chrome bumpers, won't focus on there, have just discoloured. Let's get to focus, there we are. So you can see the bumpers are straight and true and very shiny, but where it drips off here onto the bumper when they live outdoors, as this one does, so you can see it the other side as well, it's just gone dull where it drips there. That's perfect to see there. Cool, okay, coming round, again we can see alloys. Oh, and I'll spin the wheels so we can see the treads on the tyres, but tyres, as they are like new. Alright, let's quickly show you the back of the car. There we are, the seats are good as you can see, and I'll spin the steering wheel. There we go. Oh, so just show, obviously no alt light or anything like that, alternator light. Good, that should be enough. There we go. There we are, all four tyres are that kind of tread, so you can see, I can stick my finger, oh, let's come out of it, oh, come on, focus. Well, I think you get the idea, very, very good tyres all round. Okay, well, best thing I can recommend is come and see it, and I hope that's useful. So I just thought it'd be a good idea as well, just to show you the engine running. So again, we'll open it up. Go. You see now, the reason it's running so fast is obviously it's still in the choke, because the how should I put it, the choke is not so good on this car. But if I give it a bit of throttle, now it's been running for a few moments. There we are. Instantly we can hear it dies down to normal idling levels. Good. Excellent. Now, the other reason I've turned the video back on is I realise I want to show you inside the boot and from the passenger side. So I'm going to lean into the car. Oh, I guess it's a good idea to show you that the windows go up and down. So the first thing I'll do is wind down the window. There we are. So that means I can now shut the door. Cool. And I can lean in and ooh. Okay, kill the engine. So coming around to the back of the car, which hopefully be a bit quiet now the engine is running, we can look inside the boot. There we are. As you can see, there's a bit of water coming. Perhaps the rubber could do with changing, but being as honest as I can with all the listing. But the boot floor itself is actually very, very good for the year. So coming over to this side as well. Yeah. Now that's not rust per se, that's just loose rust where it's, I think I've had some bits and bobs in the boot, but this will be up for people to come and investigate. Included as well, as I said, are the surrounds for the dash, a new insert, and there's the glove box with the screws ready to fit. It's just hours in the day. Oh, there's a good spare. It's a steel, but it's been painted to look like